Minister, I welcome the opportunity to speak on this motion, not least because I come from an area of the country with one of the highest fuel poverties that exists in Mayo and North Mayo. Minister, the fact is that you're not doing enough. You see, I saw Mary Lou MacDonald question on Taoiseach today and got no response again from him. You see people looking at that, people who are really struggling and juggling in trying to pay their bills. That is no good to them. That absolutely infuriates them. And the reason it does is that they are bearing the burden for this. The cost of fuel and the energy cost permeates right through all economic transactions, with the cost bearing heavily down on the shoulders of ordinary workers and families. And that is a fact. And Minister, you need to get government and you need to listen. You need to know what people are struggling with at the moment. You need to listen to St Vincent de Paul. You need to listen to the people who are missing hospital appointments because they cannot afford to put fuel in the car. We told you that you could go further in terms of diesel, in terms of petrol, and in terms of home heating oil. You can go further than this, and you know that you can. The argument last week over excise duty on home heating oil was absolutely bizarre in the least, when you had revenue come out to very clearly say that excise duty was on energy. Also, the fact, you see, that you're putting carbon tax on it, you're not only saying to people, you've got to just suck it up, you're saying we're going to put a further tax on your carbon tax. When you have, and then you present retrofitting, and we very much welcome retrofitting, but you present that as being the solution. But for the Warmer Home Scheme in our area, there's a 2-year waiting list. You know, it is not dealing with the crisis right here, right now, where people cannot afford to live. They can barely afford to survive, and we must do everything, and you as a government must do everything possible to alleviate the burden that's on ordinary workers and families.